What is going on? This is your old pal CHH. We've got a new Shout Factory 4K review for you guys today. I'm trying to do better about picking up Shout Factory stuff this year. Shout Factory, the prices are kind of man, they're right there to where it's just okay, guys, you guys are pressing it a little bit for just being standard releases. Well, that's not true. They're not standard releases. They are collector's releases. But with the competition and the thickness of all these packages and stuff, the competition is fierce for, the pricing to be right on these releases. So I'm trying to get stuff that, I either haven't seen and or own at all. And today's movie we're talking about, guys, is UHF. This is the new 4K release from Shout Factory for the movie. So here's the deal with UHF. Obviously, I know who Weird Al is. You can't really be on this earth, especially if you're a millennial or older, and not really know who that is. Weird Al is pretty much a part of pop culture. Especially when I was growing up, I would hear his stuff all the time. He was a parody guy. He is still the parody guy. He is the guy that does all those funny parodies of all the big songs that were coming out in the world. And a lot of his stuff was hysterical. The thing about Weird Al, though, is if you're like me, it's you enjoy hearing those songs every now and again, and you remember seeing the artwork, he did artwork for his album art in the 80s. He did a parody of Michael Jackson's Bad, and it's called Even Worse, which is so funny. And some of the songs, they're fun to listen to, but you move on pretty quick. I don't know anybody that ever owned Weird Al records. I don't know if his stuff ever went platinum or gold. Maybe something he did at least went gold, I'm sure. I've never really tracked Weird Al's album sales before. But my point is, I know who Weird Al is. I enjoy Weird Al. There's this famous interview he did where it's a parody interview where it's the Know What I'm Saying Eminem interview he did. Hysterical. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to look it up. It's him interviewing Eminem from 2001. And it's just Eminem constantly saying, you know what I'm saying? And Weird Al's yeah, I know what you're saying. And he keeps asking him another question, and then he says, you know what I'm saying? It's hysterical. Go watch that interview. So that's my history and my story with Weird Al. I didn't really want to buy this all that much in a sense to where it was okay, yeah, UHF, I'm going to grab that. The reality is, enough people kept saying, dude, that that's a classic 80s comedy. You have to grab that. The music's great in it. You have to. So enough people actually Christian get it. And I'm going to tell you, I was flat out wrong about this movie. When I got this, I really thought it was going to be, because I heard of this movie. I think I even saw bits and pieces when I was a little kid, but I never sat down and actually watched this movie. I really thought this was just going to be stupid. I mean, I can't even lie. I thought it was just going to be flat out bad. UHF ended up being one of the more charming comedies. And Weird Al was actually incredibly lovable in this. And it wasn't a movie that was riddled with the kind of parody stuff that I was thinking. Obviously, the big song in here is the Beverly Hills parody version of Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. And, the best part about that song is the intro you get with the guitar riff that I believe that's Clapton that plays that. And the parodies, the way it plays in this is actually funny because it's almost like this dream sequence. But this movie is actually a really good movie. It's not just this silly, movie parody movie. So the story of UHF is very simple. I'm going to keep it spoiler free. It's, Weird Al is just this goofy guy trying to figure out his way in life. He's got dead end jobs. He's got his buddy that's always with him. It's kind of more like a 90s style comedy premise wise, more so than 80s, which this was 1989. But basically, his family buys this radio station, and he has to run it. A TV station, not a radio station. Channel 62, I think. Channel 62. And so he tries to start running this station, and it's failing. And then he just completely gives up and lets the janitor do the kid show, and then it becomes this smash hit. But then the big TV station mogul guy comes in, tries to buy UHF and shut it down because, the ratings for Channel 62 are beating all the other big channels. So there's this big battle for power. And it's actually a really funny movie. I mean, I really laughed my ass off at this. There's a parody sequence where Weird Al is Rambo, and there's this funny scene where he's gunning down in a dream sequence the guy that buys Channel 62. Rambo's getting shot at a lot, which is a lot of scenes, and he's dodging literally thousands of bullets. And there's a scene where they're this close to each other, and he's getting shot, Weird Al as Rambo, like 1,000 times, and it doesn't hit him. So, like, it's actually really funny parody moments in this, but it's not a super parody song-driven movie. It's legitimately actually a really lovable, great comedy that is actually, what was this rated? PG-13. This would be safe for you to show your kids. There's Conan the Librarian in here, but at the heart of it, it was actually a really good movie, and it made me a bigger Weird Al fan, I'm not even gonna lie. So I really enjoyed the film, and I'll shut up about the film. I was completely wrong about it. All right, guys, so this is the 4K release. I don't know if they did a Blu-ray release for UHF from Shout Factory. They may have. I never owned it. I don't own it. That's the only way I own this movie. The 4K for this looked amazing. I mean, it really was a incredible looking 4K. I can't say it's a movie that is going to be like the movie you think about when it comes to comedies or 80s movies. It's like, oh my God, I got to see that in 4K. But the fact of the matter is, it did look incredible. And as a matter of fact, the Blu-ray, which also has the new 4K scan of the 35mm negative, I finished the movie. I was watching the 4K in the living room. I had to go to bed because I had work the next morning. Then I came in here where I watch my movie. I can watch Blu-rays in here with my PS4. And I finished the movie with the Blu-ray of it, and I was just like, this is pretty damn close to the 4K look. So, incredible looking movie. I'll give them a ton of credit there where the movie looked incredible on both formats. So, oh, and The Nanny's in here. I love The Nanny. It's one of my favorite shows. Here's the release, guys. We'll take a look at the artwork, which I believe this is the original theatrical poster, 35th anniversary edition. The 4K case is the same, and there is no reversible art. Would have been nice to get new art. I don't like. I gotta find out if Shout Factory did a Blu-ray version of this. I don't know. Both discs pretty much look identical. My Blu-ray disc is in there right now, and here's the 4K disc for the movie. Let's go look at the special features, and then we will come right back. All right, guys, so of course on the first disc, it's the 4K scan, and then there's the audio commentary with Weird Al and the director Jay Levy. And on the Blu-ray disc, we're going to also get the 4K scan of the camera negative, the retrospective panel from the San Diego Comic-Con, an audio commentary with Weird Al and Jay Levy, deleted scenes, behind-the-scenes footage, music video, production stills, Easter eggs, and promotional materials. So not super heavy on new bonus features. I would recommend picking this up if I've piqued your interest with it. Wait for it to get a little bit cheaper. Unless it's right around the 27, 28 mark, I'd grab it, which it probably will be soon. I don't know what it was when I bought it, to be honest with you. I kind of forgot, if I'm being frank. Great movie, great 4K. I really enjoyed it. I was dead ass wrong about this movie. Did not think I was going to love it as much as I did. I would give this movie a B+. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Just a really fun, hysterical comedy with great music and really great moments. So there it is, guys. UHF. This is the 4K release from Shout Factory, and it is available now to pick up. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.